Hello everybody, I'm RedshipRory, and welcome to the first episode of Deep Miners. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like and also subscribe to see more of my content. Also, I have Discord now, go check it out, link in the description. Okay, here we go. Alright, now, we opened up Deep Miners in a live stream, and we got quite a bit done. We did some mining, got enough so that we have some full iron gear and some iron to spare. We created this nice little starter base. Another thing that we did was we created this farm here. This should give us enough food to get started for the day. Awesome. Let's get rolling into the episode. Now, there are a couple of things that I want to do in this episode. First off, I want to get a better source of food. I want to create a chicken killer. It's fairly easy to make, and I should be able to make it with the resources that I can get at this point in the game. I want to, start a cow farm, because cattle, they produce leather, which is a very useful material that I'm gonna need very much as we keep going through the series. I also want to do some mining, see if I can get fully decked out in diamonds by the end of this episode. I think that would be a very great accomplishment if we did manage to do that. I'd also like to put up a wall of hedges around the base to keep mobs out and allow me to work at night, especially since I have other people who are going to be on this playing with me, and it might be harder to sleep. Alright, so one harvest of wheat got us this much bread, a stack in 10, which is okay. This should last me a little while, but I discovered something rather horrifying last night. I tried to AFK overnight, and it didn't work out. Apparently, realms will kick you if you stay AFK for too long, which is, absolutely horrifying, because that means that all of my farms that I'm going to have to do are going to have to be even larger and in the spawn chunks, because I can't AFK overnight to get stuff from them, which is very annoying. But anyway, let's move on from that. I'm going to start off with a 1-hour mining session. Let's see if we can get any diamonds. Oh, look at this. Not long at all, and we have already found diamonds. Let's see, that's what, 5? That's pretty good. Awesome. Alright, let's keep mining. Heh, look at this. We have a mine shaft. Okay, so I did pretty good on the mining, so about a half hour later we've got an additional 12 diamonds, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's explore this place a little. Alright, here are the results of our first 1-hour mining session. We've got this chest, and boom, 42 diamonds. Also, a enchanted book, because I ran into a mine shaft, but we have enough to make full diamond armor. In the first episode. That's like 10 episodes sooner than in the Survival series. I'm so happy. Alright. Here we go. Putting on the diamond armor. Yes. Yes. How do I look? I'm so happy we got diamond armor. It's great. Awesome. Alright, now let's move on to the next part of our episode. Awesome. I've got some shears. Let's go collect some leaves so that we can create our border for our base. It's so satisfying to have something be insta-mine. Oh, this is so satisfying. Alright, I got myself some leaves. Awesome. But before I lay around, the border wall, I want to get some more farms in here. Namely, a rather large cow farm, which I'll probably put around here, and a couple of other machines. Unfortunately, our wandering trader despawned. It sucks that they do that. He had a really good trade on him. But anyway, let's move on. I've got myself some acacia fences. Let's go and create the pen for the cows. Alright, I made 2 pens, one for sheep and one for cattle. Let's go lure some animals in. Alright, come on, Betsies, we've got a long way to go. Alright, so I got a lot of sheep and a couple cattle. It should be enough for me to keep going at this. Awesome. Now, the next thing that I need to do is I'll finally get to put up the wall. Here we go. Awesome. The wall is up. It goes all the way around here, so that it goes all the way around the mountain so that no mobs jump over the fence. Awesome. Now, the next thing that I need to do is place torches all along the inside of my wall. Here we go. Awesome, it's all torched up. And if there are any areas that actually do spawn a mob, I've always got a good couple of stacks of torches left to fix it. Awesome. Alright, let's move on. Alright, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a cooked chicken farm. It'll be pretty simple, and I only need a couple of resources to get it. But before I can build it, I need a bow and arrow to create the dispenser. So let's go kill some spiders. Haha, die, fiends. Yes. Alright, let's go find one more. Alright, I have all the materials necessary to make the cooked chicken farm. Let's get built. Awesome, it's all built. All I need is some chickens. Now, the chickens are going to be in there, and as the chickens lay eggs, they'll be picked up by this hopper, which will place the eggs in that dispenser, which this little clock system will constantly keep the dispenser firing. And because this dispenser is firing into the side of a half slab, that half slab will keep the lava from killing the chicks, but as soon as the chicks fully grow, they will get destroyed by the lava, and the lava will cook the chicken, and we'll get cooked chicken. Awesome, let's go fill this up with chicken. Here, chickens, come on. Come on. Alright, let's get going. Alright, in you go. In you go. Come on. Come on, you're being very frustrating. There we go, we've got 1 of 4, and then I've got some eggs to spam into there, too. Awesome, all the chickens are in there. Let's spam and see if we can get any more chicks. Oh, we got 2 more chicks. Okay, cool. Now we still have room for 10 more in here before we reach entity cramming levels. I think what I'll do is just gradually find all the chickens in the world, and then just put them in here as soon as I find them. Actually, you know what? I think I'll disable it so that we get filled up with eggs first. That'll be pretty good. Awesome. Now let's AFK for a while to see if we can get any eggs. Awesome, so I did an AFK, but the next thing that I'm going to do is create this quick little contraption. It's an automatic composting machine. It's pretty useful. It gets me bone meal for, like, all of the random seeds that I don't need. It's pretty useful. It's also very simple to make. I'm actually going to finish it in this clip, so don't need to show a progress update of that. Let's just grab a couple of blocks, because I don't have any blocks on me. Alright. Boom. See? There we go. Pretty simple. Very useful. I've already got bone meal from that. Anyway, now let's AFK. Another thing I discovered is I believe I know how to AFK now. Now, what you do is you go buy some water, stand by it, switch, go to the controls and switch use item to the spacebar, and then I just lay something on the spacebar like that. It's pretty useful now I can AFK finally. Alright, so after AFKing for a while, let's see how many eggs we've got. Oh, a good bit. And 1 of the chickens died too. Interesting. Awesome. Let me reset the controls real quick. Awesome, let's see how many more chickens we can get. Got quite a couple, actually. Awesome, I'll lure the rest of the Awesome, all the chickens are in there. Now let's AFK for a little while longer and see how many cooked chickens we can get. After, of course, I harvest this far. Awesome, so I went exploring for a little bit and look what I found. I've got some cool stuff. My inventory's full of junk. But anyway, these are some pretty cool materials. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how long of the night that I AFK'd, because, like, my internet connection is bad and sometimes I disconnect from the server. But let's see how much chicken we've got. 16. Only 16 chicken. That's ridiculous. Oh, come on. Oh, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to make a couple more of these, then. I've decided that instead of worrying about making more of these, I'll just stick to beef. Because, well, I need to have a bunch of cows for leather, and they produce a very good food source, so I might as well keep that. So let's start breeding the cows like a maniac. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. I can't wait until, like, we've got so many cows that this thing is just going to be absolutely filled. That'll be a very fun sight to see. It'll also be very loud, too. But, anyway, the last thing that we need to do is we need to create a sugarcane farm. It's pretty simple, and I'd like to make one rather large. It's a decent size, I want. But, anyway, let's get rolling. But before we get into that, let's go and just start harvesting all of this farm, just because I want this to keep constantly growing. Awesome. I'm going to be completely honest, Instamine is just always satisfying. It sucks that I can't have everything be Instamine like I can in RedshipRory series world, which you should go check out, by the way. It's kind of a bummer that I can't Instamine everything, but I'll get there eventually. Before we can create the sugarcane farm, we need sugarcane. And I don't want to start with just a little bit of sugarcane. I want to get the farm to be as big as possible. So I'm going to follow this river and harvest all the sugarcane I can find. And hopefully we'll get enough for a good start. Pumpkins! I have pumpkins. I can make a pumpkin farm now. Okay, so after some exploring, I got exactly a stack of sugarcane. I also went wood gathering to gather myself some wood for the trap doors that we're going to put over the water so that we can walk on it. Here's going to be a location of it. It's going to take me a little while to flatten this down, but all in all, it should be worth it. Here we go. Time lapse. Alright, that didn't take too terribly long. I also dug out the outlines for the water. Awesome. Let's fill this in bit by bit. Awesome. Everything's filled in. The sugarcane farm is ready. Now, the last thing I do before I close off this episode is I'm going to go on my second 1-hour mining session. Here we go. Time lapse. Alright, so an hour later, here are the results of the 1-hour mining session. We've got this and this. Not too much, only 7 diamonds, minus 6 diamonds for the 2 pickaxes that I blew through that mining session, which leads us to a total of 1 diamond. Definitely not the best mining session. Not nearly as successful as the last 1-hour mining session, where we got like 40 or so diamonds. But anyway, it's okay because, well, iron's going to be one of the things that I'm going to be needing in the future, so at least I got some of that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This episode was very successful, and we're off to a very good start. Anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Also, tune in next week on Sunday for the next episode of Redship Survival Series, or Deep Miners, depending on which one I decide to do. Goodbye.